Hey everyone, I'm so sorry for that video cut off. I don't know what happened with the live stream. Must have been something with my Wi-Fi. I know you who live stream saw everything, but I'm gonna redo the second part for those who did not see it. Same thing, generally, just a little different. So, where we stopped in the last video, we were talking about the king. That is in chapter 3, verse 8. So, Israel was sold into the hands of Cushan Rishathaim, who is king of Aram Naharaim, first king of Canaan, or one big first king of Canaan, in the Mesopotamia era. And he subjected the Israelites into their area for 8 years. 8 years. But the Lord didn't just leave them, because when they cried out for the Lord, He raised up for them a deliverer, Othniel, son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother, who saved them, as it says in verse 9. So, God calls Othniel, and the Lord came upon him and guided him for this war. He fought with the Israelites in a war against this king in his land, overpowered the king, and so the land had peace for 40 years until Othniel, son of Kenaz, died, as it says in the last verse. So the Lord came upon him, gave him the ability to be the judge and lead these people until he died. And of course he died, and you have this instance again where there's not this person who explicitly saw miracles, showed miracles, is bringing miracles consistently, and the Israelites do evil once again. And because of this, the Lord gave them to Eglon, the king of Moab. And the Moabites and this king, along with the Ammonites and the Amalekites, attack Israel, take the land, and the Israelites are now subject for 18 years for this king Eglon. But again, the Israelites cried out to the Lord, and He gave them a deliverer. When the Lord wants to protect these Israelites, they cry out to Him. He comes. He gives them someone to guide them. Ideally, guide them to the Lord, but guide them, protect them when they need help. So, in comes Ehud, who brings a tribute from the Israelites to Eglon. But things to know about Ehud prior to this tribute, as it says, he has a double-edged sword that he straps to his side. And that he brings with him to bring this tribute from the Israelites to Eglon. He just gives this tribute to Eglon, and after presenting it, he tells the king that he has a secret message for him. So the king sends out the people in the room. Now, your guess is as good as mine. Love to hear your guesses in the comments. But my guess is that because the Israelites had so much time of this conquering and this Lord and this period of peace and safety, for them to be taken over by Moab, they're probably confident in their lack of ability to defeat him. That's my assumption. Not in the Bible, don't hold me for it, but that's what I'm thinking. Is why would he have, let everyone leave except for Ehud? Probably because he didn't think of him as a threat. Which is a challenge. Now, Ehud isn't tricking the king into getting him by space. He does have a message for him, and he says so. He says that He has a message from God for him. And then goes to stab him and kill him. Which he defeats him, and he locks him in that room. I mean, he's dead, but he locks that room. And in the period of wait time, where he leaves and the servants come and find the king dead, he has time to flee. And he goes to Sarah, and escapes there. And when he arrives, in verse 27, he arrives and he blows a trumpet, and the Israelites go with him from the hills, and he leads them. And yes, he leads them. But if you look, a key thing to note is in verse 28, he says, "Follow me," he ordered, "for the Lord has given Moab, your enemy, into your hands." So they followed him down and take possession of the fords of the Jordan that led to Moab, that allowed no one to cross over. And so that day the Moab was subject to Israel, and the land had peace for 80 years. So peace was brought through this leading to get the land back. But in that moment, when he starts to lead the Israelites, he says he did not lead them. He didn't give the enemy to them. The Lord has given Moab into your hands. The Lord has a message for the king. Ehud is showing that it isn't his own ability that is causing this. The Lord is guiding him spiritually. The Lord is guiding him through his actions to help the Israelites. It's the Lord's doing. He's not this super big dude that's gonna take care of everything and that can lead everyone, and it just happens. The Lord is there helping him along the way. Helping the Israelites along the way. And then we get to Shamgar, who only has one verse, but it says in verse 3:31, "After Ehud came Shamgar, son of Anath, who struck down 600 Philistines with a ox goad. He too saved Israel." Now, I don't know in between Ehud and Shamgar. I would assume that Ehud died, 80 years plus how old he was before he started as judge, with peace. I would think he died, but I don't know if he died. Shamgar stepped right in. I don't know if there's not enough information to know if the Israelites did evil again, if they were under someone again. There's not enough information in that section to know. But there was this need for another judge. Shamgar. Now, why does this matter? We talked about last week, but again this week. Judges is this historical context, this biblical context that we should know. But why do we care? It happened before Jesus. We know what happens after Jesus. We know we're saved. Why do we care about this story? Great question. Great question. You guys should let me know. But, great question. These 3 judges, even though it's 3 judges in a very small chapter, it's not the longest story. Again, Shamgar only has 1 verse, but what we need to do is we need to look at these judges and look at them carefully, especially Ehud. They guide the people of Israel, but they guide the people of Israel through the Lord. None of the times do they claim it for themselves. They turn the Israelites' view to the Lord who is helping them. It's the Lord providing them this ability to lead. So what does that mean for us? Well, they're fighting wars. We might be fighting wars in our real day, but we can be these leaders for people. We can lead them in times of trouble, in times of chaos, in times of issues and difficulties. But we don't need to lead them and just be leaders of our own violation. It's not always us that have caused everything happen. Rarely. The Lord is guiding us. We need to recognize that and share that with others. It's not just us. When we lead, the Lord is leading us. And we can take the time. Don't claim it for yourself. We're not kings. We're not the leaders that did everything for ourselves. And you might have a lot of points in it. But someday, I've been in a situation. You might not have. But you will be in a situation where you'll be in the right place at the right time with the right abilities. And you might think that was all me. You were placed in the right place at the right time by the Lord to guide someone. Take the opportunity to recognize that and share that with someone. To let them know that the Lord is here. He is showing you this. He's helping you with this. Think about it. Think about it over this week. Think about these guys. Even though they're one verse, even though they're one chapter for 3 judges, they have an important message. So, what I want you to do while you're going throughout this week, I want you to think on these guys. But something that I was thinking about while I was doing this lesson, while I've been thinking through Judges, is I have been thinking about how does this work? And something I found that I want you guys to think on, it'll be in the link, in the music. I think you should consider it. I found this song. And it goes really well with this, but it's something I want you to resonate on over this week. While you resonate with this, just listen to this. Just to the snippet.
This is how I find my battle. This is how I fight my battle. This is how I fight my battle. What we're doing tonight. This is how I fight my battle. It's when you think you're lost. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you.
So, think about that. How do we fight our battles? This is how we fight our battles. The Lord is how we fight our battles. It may look like we're surrounded by enemies, by controversy, by, the Moabites. Maybe not us, but controversy, enemy, destruction, contamination. But not only are we surrounded by that, but we are surrounded by the Lord. And we need to take the time to realize that. So please, think on that this week. Check out the song in the link. Check out Michael W. Smith's song, Surrounded, that I just played. Listen to it. Think on it. Resonate with it. Take some other songs. Resonate with them. Watch the other videos. Subscribe. But take the time this week to just think. Put in your comments what your thoughts are. I want to hear your comments. I'll comment back if I can. I'd love to have this discussion, since we can't be in person. And I hope you guys have a thoughtful week, a healthy week, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.